Hello, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name is Wendy Wing. I'm doing a psychic tarot reading for you, tuning in to the day's energy, seeing what divine messages of guidance come through. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. If you'd like a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Takes you right to my book online page. It's been amazing meeting so many of you in that one-on-one space. I'm privileged and honored to hold space for deep and profound transformations, shifts of energies, connections. So thank you. All right, let's get to your tarot reading. In the past, we have the King of Wands. This is someone that takes action, someone who's confident, someone who's protected in taking action. Someone charismatic, someone who's adept, confident. There's a level of confidence and taking action that I'm perceiving in this energy. With the imagery, it feels like mystical in a way. Someone tied into mystical energies and taking action. That's the first time the King of Wands is there's all these, like the pyramid with the eye, whatever this is. There's a lot of shapes. There's wisdom that I'm getting from this King of Wands, this person taking action. This feels like your energy. Feels like you're using the wisdom, mystical energies to take action. It feels like you're very blessed. I don't feel like in the period of time in the past that I'm tuned into that you feel like you're blessed. Feels like what I'm perceiving is a time in the past where you're making moves and there's this profound grief and burden that you are releasing, beginning to release. Feels like you're investing in yourself in a very profound way, taking care of yourself. What is this that happened? It feels very, feels like you met the task at hand. You met the difficulty head on. Oh, it was a death of something, a transformation, end of some type of established way of being. And so it's very transformational, the time that I'm tuning into. It feels like profound sadness and grief at the ending of something. It could be the end of a relationship, an end of an environment that's welcoming. So it feels like ending. Something's ending, and it's maybe you didn't expect or think that this would end. And it feels like you're not perceiving this as you're going through it as a blessing, but looking from the 5D, looking down at this, it's happening for you. And it's also, there's something impressive about the moves that you're making at this time. I get the feeling that people didn't expect you to move this way at an ending. You're utilizing the gifts that you have to make the choices and decisions that you need to make. Wow. All right. In present time, we have the Page of Pentacles. You're learning a new way of being. Feels like you're perceiving a new way of being. Maybe before there was how you were raised. And now it feels like you're reworking things, seeing things from a different vantage point. You might be feeling very alone right now and agitated, worried, anxious. Feels like this is a profound change that you're making. Let's get some more. It's a difficult change. Not because of anything externally that I'm perceiving, but it's just new. It's a new way of operating from the inside out. A new way of relating to yourself, a new way of relating to your environment, your world, to others. Boy, this is a profound shift in the energies. Anything else? Okay. I'm perceiving that this is not a period of time of fast-moving, flowing energies. It feels like a lot of injustices are coming to light. People are perceiving them on an individual level as a soul. Difficult emotions where we are out of alignment with our own selves. It feels like a lot of imbalances are coming up to be felt, to be perceived, to be felt, to be expressed. Wow, okay, wow. Some of you might be experiencing this it feels like existential crisis. It feels like on a spiritual soul level, feeling so pressured, so that you have to release because there's just so much pressure, trying to hold everything together, trying to control everything, trying to see everything, efforting, and trying to keep tabs on all of it. It feels like you're hitting a point of something's got to give. I've been picking up on this today in these readings, and it looks like a horizon point. It looks like meeting yourself down. Oh my gosh, that's what this is. You're meeting yourself at such a dense singularity. That's what this is, singularity. And in that singularity, in that one dimension where everything exists, there's no time, no space, everything is in that one point. You're finally able to release, to let go of everything that you thought you had to control, had to hold on to trying to keep it, trying to make it go your way, whatever the efforting. It feels like you meet yourself in the smallest point, first dimension. and then expand back out. Holy cow. I've seen portals and read the energies. That's not what this is. I've never perceived this energy. The closest thing that I can come to is a singularity. Horizon event. So this is, boy. So if this is resonating, it looks like you have or are in the process of meeting yourself in new and profound ways, to new depths. And you're allowing yourself, it feels like the time and space to, feels like you're creating space for the parts of yourself that you discarded. Feels like going forward from this singularity event, it's very intuitive. It's very spiritual. It causes a lot of confusion because it's hard to perceive what's going on, where you are. Some of you, it looks like you're in a white fog of confusion, and there's this gold light. That's you, the gold light. It's like you're burning through the fog of confusion. You're transforming unconscious energy into consciousness. What was fog and white, the white fog of unconsciousness, you're bringing this gold light and burning through unconsciousness. You're becoming more conscious. You're allowing yourself to have more of yourself. Parts of yourself that you have deemed bad, wrong, doesn't fit. It feels like you are inviting those parts of yourself back in. So it might be uncomfortable, to say the least, but it feels like there might be parts of yourself that you separated from that are coming back in with full rage, frustration, a lot of unfelt emotions, a lot of repressed emotions. And so that gold, it's you processing, sitting with your emotions, sitting with the uncomfortableness of it. And when I say like sitting with, it's if the picture I'm presenting is this, it's just sitting with the uncomfortable feelings. That's not the correct picture of what it looks like labor. It looks like breathing through the emotions, allowing them to come up, allowing yourself to feel them, moving through. Feels like movement helps like process the emotions and let yourself feel it. Let yourself cry. Let yourself scream. Let yourself express it. Let these emotions. What I'm getting is that some of you have separated from parts of yourself, the parts that have rage and uncomfortable emotions. And when those parts come back, you've just repressed rage. You've repressed emotions that you've deemed bad. And there's this really beautiful invitation to get to know the energies so you can work with them. Make enough space. Make enough space. How much space? A room full of space? An amphitheater full of space? Do you need a universe full of space so that the emotions aren't as overwhelming? If you stay like a cup of water and you drop her full of rage, then that rage colors all of that water. But if you allow your space to be huge, ginormous, infinite, then that drop of rage has a lot of space to dissipate. You are infinite. You are eternal. Tune into that large space. There you go. Feels like that helps some people process. This is intense. If you're experiencing this, you've got this. It's what I'm perceiving is that you are meeting yourself in profound ways. And on the other side of that is a new way of being. It's like you're being rebirthed without having to go through the death process. You are going through the death process. You are transforming yourself. And I just can't stop saying profound ways. This is very different. Wow. All right. Let's move on to what's hidden. We have the Four of Wands in reverse. A lack of happiness, a lack of celebration, a lack of excitement. Some of you, for most of you, it does feel like you're transforming at home, what's closest, what's at the core of you. What beliefs, limiting beliefs have created an unhappiness to be at home in your spirit. And it feels like you are throwing off those beliefs that have created chronic unhappiness within you. Some of you in your homes have experienced a great deal of trauma. Feeling like you're the problem. And so as being the problem, you need to fix something about you. You need to fix everyone else. And I'm not perceiving that belief is working for you going forward. What else is hidden? It feels like this at this time, it feels like it's not action. It feels very internal what's happening. It feels like beliefs that you were comfortable with and felt acceptable. It feels like you're creating a whole different view of yourself. This feels like a time to take a break, to relax, to not relax space. Allow for as much space as it takes. Allow for the time that it takes. You're shifting energies. This is exhausting. So taking care of your body, making sure you get the rest that you need and drink a lot of water and love yourself through this very difficult transformation. Anything else in what's hidden? Anything else that would... It looks like you're learning what to invest in, who to invest in, what to focus on. There's a a balance, that it feels like this process is going to help you bring balance into your life. If your life has been all work, all one-sided, it feels like you're going to work and play. And if it's more than just two, balancing two, it feels like bringing a lot more balance to your life. I don't know how to say that. This is very overwhelming energy, processing, very uncomfortable, the most uncomfortable emotions. And so allowing yourself to feel it without negative talk, that something wrong is happening, that someone is doing something to you, that that you're not safe, that there's something wrong. I'm getting, if this has been resonating, that there are emotions coming up to be felt, to be processed, like I said. And it's not, oh, I'm processing emotions. It's work. It's labor. It feels like labor. Breathing. Allowing yourself to feel the emotions so you can burn through them. Watch that self-talk. Love yourself, nurture yourself through this. You can do this. It's okay. Nothing is going on. Nothing wrong is happening here. This is happening for me. It feels like there's a lot of lies in your energy coming up, beliefs that aren't true, beliefs that you hold that aren't loving to you, that aren't truthful about you. I think they're at the core lies about you, as in, I'm not lovable, there's something wrong with me, I'm not enough, I'm bad. Beliefs like this that are just incorrect. But it feels like they were instilled into you in this lifetime, maybe early on. And it feels like you've held on to those beliefs, that there's something inherently wrong with you. And it feels like you're unwinding yourself from those beliefs. You're letting those beliefs go. You are love. You are lovable. You are necessary. You're an extension of Source. Source herself. Expressing through your consciousness, your awareness. Your perspective matters. How you feel, how you see things is important. It's necessary. Feels like you're learning how to love all parts of yourself. Wow. All right. In the outcome and advice, we've got the Ace of Cups in reverse. A lack of love. It feels like beliefs that aren't based in love, that are unloving to your soul, you're letting go of. Feels like this is how you were raised. Ace of Cups reverse. To not love yourself. To be separated from yourself. To give your power away to those around you who know better, who know best. Who position themselves as authority figures in your life. And then treated you very poorly. Saying that there's something wrong with you. Something inherently wrong with you. Unlovable. Feels like this started a a lot of activations in your space. If this is a truth that was planted in you from birth on, it's at the core, and it feels like you have to get to that core belief, you have to get rid of all these other beliefs to get to that core of you're not lovable, because that's not true. And so when you get down to that point and find that root picture, that root belief, limiting belief, and just let it go, there's like an exquisite release from the tension, the pressure of this lie that has been operating in your space, that you've been operating off of. Whew. Wow. All right. I just noticed it looks like this Ace of Cups is a glass of champagne. A glass of champagne. It does feel like on the other side of this is a celebration. It does feel like this is a lot. This is a spiritual awakening. This is profound. It feels like it's timed with this fall, things going on in astrology. Things are out of balance. Temperance in reverse. And it looks like what you're doing right now is alchemizing. This angel has got 2 cups and the Aquarian ascension pool at her feet. And she's shifting the water from one cup to the other, changing it, alchemizing base metals, lead into gold. You're alchemizing unconsciousness into consciousness. And it feels like there's a point that you've hit now where to move forward, we need to address that Ace of Cups in reverse, that lack of love at the center of it all. That's not true. Once you can embrace that you are love, that you are loved, that you are beloved, that even the parts of yourself that you think are hateful or unlovable are actually loved and purposeful. When you can hold space for all of who you are, it feels like then you're moving forward in a new direction, a new way, because how can you go through this and do the same thing? It feels like such a transformative space. It's hard to communicate. It's so simple, really. It's and yet it's very complex and it's profound. It feels like when you bring the light of your consciousness, when you allow yourself to bring the light of your consciousness to that darkest wound that you are unlovable, when you sit in that energy, when you sit with that belief about yourself, without trying to change it, without trying to alter it, but just sit with, I am unlovable. Not trying to change it, not trying to deny it. Just allow that to be. And allow whatever feelings and emotions to come up. Allow this to transform you. You don't have to, nothing wrong is happening here. It's transformation at its finest. Feels like sitting with that belief, and just by your willingness to sit with it, it transforms, because you're bringing the light of your consciousness and your love to this belief that you're unlovable. And so just by you changing it, by allowing it to be, it can't stay the same, because you're bringing your light and your love to that energy. So, a lot of you might be crying more. Feeling things more. And I think part of what we're processing is the shame of feeling emotions, of being human. And instead, I'm hoping to bring in that how powerful, how empowering feeling your emotions are. Taking responsibility for yourself and your emotions, and allowing your tears to fall without wiping them away. Your tears, when you shift on an energetic level, your body is releasing chemicals that are no longer present, no longer needed. And so you literally cry out and release those energies, those chemicals. Allow your tears, if you want, an invitation to fall down your face, to show you the journey, show yourself the journey that you're making, that what you're clearing is beautiful. Wow. All right. Of course, today's the day I was like, let's put mascara on. All right, you beautiful souls out there. Thank you so much for showing up. Thank you so much for being you. These messages are being pulled through me by you watching. So it's a collaborative, co-creative experience. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being here. Not just this reading. Thank you for being here. Thank you for staying. Thank you for doing the work. Thank you for loving yourself. You are very loved. All right. Take care.